Hi guys, it's Shay again from Ayapa's Wind. I am back to do your New Year's reading, January 2022, for the sign of Sagittarius. I hope all has been well. If you like what I'm doing, please like the video, definitely share, and certainly subscribe. You are so welcome into Ayapa's Wind family. I'm going to be doing your reading of the year for 2022. And this is going to be from an Afro-Cuban spiritualist perspective at times. If you'd like a private reading, you can email me at ayabaswind, WYND999 at gmail.com. Okay, so let's get started. So, Sagittarius, Spirit is talking about you're often accused of the things that you did not do. So, Spirit is just saying that this is a warning. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Some of the information is going to apply to you, all of it may apply, or none of it may apply. Okay, and these are things that could have recently happened, they could be things that are about to happen. Also, some of these things can um, pertain to people who are very close in your energy. And so just keep that in mind. The energies can last for several days, several weeks, or several months, okay? Depending on how you resolve it, all right? So Spirit is saying that, you have a lot of enemies, okay? And Spirit is saying that you may or may not be shown them in your dreams. All right, Spirit wants you to keep your eyes open that these enemies defame you. And I'm saying that my head is tingling. All right, they talk negatively about you. You have to do a lot of things. I'm hearing salt baths. You got to take baths. You got to take baths, okay? Like my head is like vibrating right now, okay? You got to take a lot of spiritual baths because there's a lot of daggers in your back, all right? You got to take that sea salt bath. You got to take white baths. I include the baths in the description. Okay, people who you think are your friend are not your friend. They talk shit about you, so you got to be mindful of that. Okay, I would do more frequent baths in these first 3 months of the new year. Right, Spirit is talking about that there's brujeria or witchcraft that has caused you problems sleeping. Okay, or may cause you problems sleeping. All right, in which case, you may want to sleep in white sheets. Okay, you may want to sleep with your head wrapped in white, sleep in white clothing. You can also put a glass of water either at the head of your bed or at the foot of your bed or underneath your bed if you have space. Um, you can put either a block of camphor in that water, or you can put liquid bluing in that water, okay? And so that water is going to trap the negative energies that are around you that have whatever has been sent to you, okay? And then what you'll do is you'll throw that glass of water out in the morning, okay? You're not going to throw the actual glass out, but the water, you'll dump the water in the toilet or ideally outside of your house, okay? A spirit is saying that anything that you can do with your hands to create, if you're an artist, a painter, drawing, fixing, as something that you're doing with your hands, to work with your hands, Spirit is saying that that's going to be beneficial to you. Okay, you got to watch. Spirit is saying getting caught with the bag, getting caught holding the bag. So you got to be careful of people leaving stuff with you and asking you to hold stuff and you not knowing what's in the bag. Okay, this is what Spirit is showing me. All right, so don't just, blindly say, okay, I'll hold it because you could be holding a bag of guns. You could be holding, a whole entire 5 kilos of cocaine. All right, so Spirit is saying you got to be mindful of wow, you got to be mindful of what you do. Spirit is saying that you are highly perceptive. You are a highly spiritual person. In fact, you may have been born with a veil over your eyes. Okay, that's the saying, especially down south. All right, so Spirit is saying that you got to cultivate that. I know it's very easy to get caught up in the worldly things, but the way that this world is going, these worldly things, these material things are not going to help you. Okay, no amount of money, cologne, perfume, red bottoms are going to help you in these times. Okay, I don't give a damn if you are the prince of Wales. All right, I don't care. those things are not going to help you prevail, okay? Because the spirit is saying that, you need to step it up a notch. And spirit's talking about in humility lies greatness. So, please work on being humble. I know if it's kind of hard to contain yourself when things are going well, if you got that big promotion, if you booked a particular job, this and that, and you want to rant and rave about it. But spirit is saying now is not a good time to rant and rave about your accomplishments, because it can only breed more enemies. Okay, and I know it may sound ridiculous, or it may sound like a downer, but many people are suffering right now. Okay, and so the human part of people, and that could include the green-eyed monster that walks with everyone. Okay, that can bring up unnecessary energies that can try and block you and impact your movement. So spirit is saying, keep that on the hush, all right? Spirit's talking about, like, there's you and someone else that you guys are very similar in personality, okay? And spirit's saying that you guys don't get along, okay? A spirit saying you got to watch for insanity. You got to watch losing your head. So this time, popping pills, Xannies, drinking alcohol, all these things that are going to kind of obscure your judgment, your ability to make good judgment. That's not going to be good for you. You got to keep your head cool at this time, because there is a spiritual heat that is around, that's brewing. Okay, maybe remnants of 2021 that could be coming into 2022. So spirit is saying, by you wearing a lot of white, keeping your head wrapped in white, doing white baths, sleeping in white, don't sleep in darkness, put some night lights on, those kinds of things, this will help to to calm that. Okay, also, if you can get some pure coconut water and wash your head in coconut water, just pour coconut water on your head periodically to keep you cool, that would be great. Okay, spirit is saying that you may have a challenge in dealing with people who are just like you. And so this may cause the rift, this may cause clashes, all right? um Spirit's saying that if you are a feminine energy and you're watching this, and this can go for the man too, who walks with a strong feminine energy, feminine vibe. Spirit is saying that you, um, especially if you're female, you may have very masculine, aggressive tendencies. Okay, and spirit is acknowledging this, but spirit is saying you may want to temper this a little bit, and monitor this. Okay, spirit is saying a lot of work is going to be needed if you're in a relationship to make this relationship work. Okay, and so step by step, you take your time through prayer and meditation, to be able to work through these things. Okay, um the spirit's talking about you have difficulty with being around someone all the time. Okay, it's like, I'm hearing like cramping my space. Okay, and so spirit is saying, like, try to be nice. Okay, if this person wants to be around you all the time, you guys are going to have a conversation about, having your personal space. Now, having personal space doesn't mean like when you have your personal space, you're off cheating with someone else. No, I'm not saying that. But spirit is saying that you may have a difficult time being around someone all the time. Okay, spirit is saying you have a razor sharp tongue, that you can slice and dice people with your tongue. So you may want to take about a teaspoonful of honey every day before you leave the house, to kind of sweeten your words and smooth your tone. Okay. Spirit is saying that you got to watch being stabbed in the back, because there's a saying in my tradition, friend kills friend. Okay. And so you got to watch the people around you, especially in your friend circle. Okay. Friend today, enemy tomorrow. So watch, confiding in people with your deepest, darkest secrets and all of this, because, if one day you should not be friends, these people can use these things to work against you, especially if you're not vibrating high. Okay, and what are some things that may make you not vibrate that high? So some of these things may be, um, feeling sick, being sick, drinking alcohol, taking in substances. Okay, Spirit's talking about where the gutter is born, nothing good comes of that. So you got to be careful of dealing with things and people in the street. Okay. Not to say that these people are any less than you, but for you in particular, you got to be careful because you know, old boy or old girl can deal and wheel and deal in the street and survive and not get caught. But the moment that you do it, all shit can hit the fan and you can get caught, you can get arrested. There could be problems that result in that. Okay. Spirit is talking about smoking. For those of you who smoke, Spirit is saying you got to cut the smoking down drastically because in this energy that's walking with you, that's around you at this time, excess is not going to be good for you. Excess sex, excess smoking and drinking, excess eating. Okay, Spirit is saying that you have the potential to go overboard, to be addictive, or to be highly fanatical about things. Okay, and this is not going to be good for your psyche. All right. And Spirit's talking about, you know, work is going to be needed to kind of harmonize yourself, um to be with people, to be around people without getting in an altercation, or without having some kind of incident happen that's going to kind of trigger you. Okay. Spirit is saying that, the morning dew that's outside on the plants, that collects in the morning just before the sun rises is going to be very good for you. So if you can kind of like wipe your hand over the grass with to collect that morning dew and just start, cleaning your body with it, it's going to be very good for you. Okay. It's highly charged. There's a lot of phenomena in that morning dew. Okay. And so Spirit is saying that it's going to help to calm you and bring blessings for you. Okay. Spirit is announcing growth and fertility and motherhood here. So some of you who some of you may be trying to get pregnant, or that there's going to be a pregnancy that happens, or there's going to be a birth of something, or someone's trying to birth something. Spirit is saying that prayer is going to be needed to bring that into fruition. Okay. Um, I'm hearing like a basket. So someone's going to have to get a basket and keep a basket of fruits, okay, in their house. Okay. Make sure the fruits don't go bad, but keeping a basket there, you can light a candle and you can say prayers and ask for blessings and abundance and wealth and prosperity, um, to cultivate the abundance and the fertility. Okay. Um, that comes along with this energy. Okay. You definitely want to do white baths, keep your head covered in white as much as possible. Spirit's saying that what's going to save you is not the almighty dollar. It's not that Louis Vuitton or Gucci jacket that you see in Saks Fifth Avenue. Okay? It's not going to be that saved you. Spirit is saying that spiritualism is going to save you from darkness. Okay? Spiritualism is going to be your salvation. All right? So it's going to be a lot of prayer, getting down on your knees and praying, whatever it is, if it's praying to Allah, making salat, you know, uh, uh, um, whatever it is, kneeling in church, whatever the hell it is you got to do your spiritual baths, your mantras, do, your yoga and everything. I'm not talking about fast yoga either. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the slower yoga so you can connect with spirit. Okay? Because a lot of these things that are taking place in the world, including the cell phones and social media, that's not helping you connect with spirit. Okay? That's helping you to connect with fuckery. All right? I just got to keep it real, right? So, spirit is saying, spiritualism is going to be your salvation because you have great psychic powers. Okay. And some of you, and I'm saying that my head is tingling, some of you may be in denial. Okay. You may see spirits, you may feel spirits, you may get the chills, you may get goosebumps, you may have a premonition, you may dream things and then they happen. You know, this is not to be dismissed. Okay. I am aware that there are some traditions that look down upon this. Okay. Guys, you have ancestors. You have people that came before you. Okay. Before Christianity, before Islam, there were indigenous, long standing spiritual traditions of your ancestors. And Spirit is saying that they want you to connect back with that. Okay. Um, but Spirit, on the same token, you got to be careful of what you conjure up. It is very easy to go to YouTube and conjure a spell and do this and that, but just keep in mind, not everyone on YouTube is is skilled in doing these things. Okay, they learn from other people. Yeah, that's great and well, but I'm hearing, you got to be careful of being like the mad scientist, doing things, conjuring things, and then it blows up in your face. Okay, you got to be very careful. Spirit is saying don't let your imagination run rampant. Okay, because that can cause you problems. Be very thoughtful, be very strategic about how you develop your spirituality, and you work with someone who you connect with spiritually. Okay, and who walks with a good energy. Okay. Not everything's going to be perfect. It's not going to all be gumdrops and unicorns and everything, but you got to work with someone who's going to keep it real. All right. um Spirit's talking about like there was a curse that was carried in your bloodline, and that you got to break this curse. You got to break this curse through in working and developing your spiritual self. Okay. These curses could be spiritual in nature. These curses could be in the form of addictions, family addictions that have been passed down through the bloodline. They could be health issues, diabetes, cholesterol, these things. Okay. And Spirit is saying that it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of prayer to get through this. All right. And Spirit is saying someone did some kind of brujeria, spell work, witchcraft, dark magic on your family. Okay. Spirit is letting you know this. Now you can choose to to take the steps forward and be progressive and do something about it, or you can be like, oh well. Okay, because keep in mind, if it's not just you and you got kids, okay, next generation, you don't need those kids picking up no kind of addictions and stuff that's going to pull them down, because if it pulls your kids down, it's going to pull you down. All right. So Spirit is saying you got to watch that. The Spirit's talking about there could be challenges with health and luck. Okay, and it could be as a result of this brujeria that was worked against you and or against your family that may be causing you to get sick. Okay, or have it, accidents and things like that. Okay, Spirit's saying that if you have two lovers, that they may discover each other. Okay, so don't think that you're hiding stuff. Okay, or if you are a part of a love triangle, you may discover that this person you're dealing with has another lover. All right. Spirit's talking about like this sickness of the womb or of the throat. So it's going to be beneficial to you if you're a female, an actual female watching this, and you have a womb, a uterus. You may want to go get checked out. Okay, go get an OBGYN check, have them do your blood test, ask for an STD check and all that, because Spirit is talking about some kind of sickness, or there's an imbalance somewhere in the womb and or the throat. Okay, if the throat is scratchy, maybe there's something that's manifesting here. Okay, Spirit is warning you that tragedy could be ahead. So Spirit wants you to start cultivating your spirituality to prevent you and protect you from what lies ahead. All right. Um, Spirit is wanting you to be mindful of legal issues that are coming up, and so say prayers, regarding protection. Implore, Saint Michael, do Saint Michael's prayers, do the 91st Psalm, the 23rd Psalm. You can get the Book of Psalms and choose the Psalms that are pertaining to what you're going through. Okay. Spirit's talking about a large sum of money may be coming to you. All right. But not only is the money coming to you, but there's also an illness that's coming. If the illness hasn't already come to you, Spirit is saying that there could be an illness that could be coming. Okay. Or that someone could be succumbing to some kind of illness. So it's very important that you go to the doctor to get checked up, okay? If you do not have health insurance, please go to um, I know in New York City we have City MD, these urgent care facilities. Please go and see about it. Now everyone is signing up for Medicaid, okay? Medicaid is seeing a boom. Millions of people who were uninsured are now getting insured, okay? So please see about that, okay? Because there's issues regarding health, okay? Spirit's talking about pregnancy. All right, so are you pregnant? There could be a pregnancy that's coming up soon. Someone in your love story, there could be a pregnancy. You could hear about a pregnancy. Now, as to whether it comes full term, we don't know that. There could be a pregnancy and then a miscarriage or termination. Okay. But Spirit is saying, who can change the hour of death? God, the God force, the divine, no matter what you call God. If it's Allah, if it's Jehovah, if it's Olofi, Olorumari, Orumila, whatever it is, a Papa Bonje, whatever it is, zombie, I don't care. The divine is saying that they can change your hour of death, okay? And the hour of death can be addressed, okay, through faith and through prayer, okay, through faith and through prayer. And that includes doing mantras. I have mantras, so go and click on my mantras. I have mantras for protection, mantras for love, mantras for wealth and prosperity, mantras to get rid of anxiety. Guys, just tap in, okay? Please tap in. All right. You definitely need to watch your blood. Um, Monitor your blood, get your blood checked every couple of months, okay? And be mindful of STDs and things of that nature, things that can be picked up through the blood. Guys, if you like what I'm doing, please like my video, definitely share, and certainly subscribe. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to be hopefully more consistent with the readings. I know I've been saying this, but there is just so much going on. But good things, good things. But I'm one person, okay? I am open for readings. Ayaba's Win, WYND999 @gmail.com. Have a great evening. Ciao, and stay tuned for your love readings.